What's up, guys? It's Josh back here for Inside Wrestling Truth. Last week I told you I would be meeting another legend this weekend. I went to indie show last week, good show, and I had the opportunity to meet wrestling legend Bill Dundee, superstar Bill Dundee. Um, I know most people on here probably have never heard of Bill Dundee and even know who he is. He was huge in the South, in Memphis, in Kentucky. He had epic feuds with Jerry Lawler and Dutch Mantel and many others from the South. He never worked for the WWE. He was a manager in WCW for Lord Steven Regal. And it just proves just because you have never worked for the WWE, it really doesn't mean shit, you know. Uh, Bill Dundee is a legend. He's a classic wrestler, individual. Nice as hell. Couldn't have been any nicer. But yeah, you look up some Bill Dundee footage, man. He's a killer wrestler. He knows the business, and he's still wrestling and still teaching guys that want to learn today. But anyway, last night, I met Bill Dundee. I got an autograph. I took my own 8x10. I got it signed. And that was before the show. And then, like, the third match of the night, I really wasn't digging it, so I went out in the parking lot to smoke. And I was out there smoking, and Bill Dundee was out there by his car by himself. And I was just standing there, and he walked over, and he was like, "Do you have any more of them 8x10s?" Cause I guess he didn't have the one that I had. And he's like, "I'll buy all of them off of you if you got them." And unfortunately, I didn't have any more. And he said that was cool. And he actually needed a black Sharpie because he didn't have one, so I gave him mine. We sat there and talked about wrestling and about how sad the current product is today, and we talked about his son, Jamie Dundee. Some of y'all might not know who Jamie Dundee is, but he wrestles in the South. If you ain't never seen one of his shoe videos, go check it out. He was one of the white rappers in the beginning of the Nation of Domination. But anyway, me and Bill talked about Jamie Dundee. Asked him how Jamie was doing. He said, "All right for Jamie." He said Jamie's always going to be nuts, but he's doing all right for Jamie. And we were talking about because I interview guys, and he said maybe the next time he's around we could sit down and do an interview, which would be awesome for me. But then we got talking about Jamie Dundee shoot interviews, and he's like, Jamie Dundee doing a shoot interview is like throwing gasoline on a fire. It's just gonna be explosive, you know. He's like, them guys that do them shoot interviews just get Jamie Dundee wound up, and they try to make Jamie look like an ass. But yeah, I had talked to Bill Dundee for a while. Class act. Hopefully again one day I'll get to meet him. He's an older wrestler. Really nice guy. Really glad I went to the show. Really glad I got to meet him. But if any of you guys, he's ever at any show that you're going to be at, definitely go up, you know, talk to him, tell him how much, you know, you enjoy his art in the wrestling business, and tell him how much, you know, he's done for the business. Just because he wasn't in the WWE don't mean shit. There's a ton of guys out there that never make it to the WWE that are awesome workers, man. And if you don't know about Bill Dundee, go on YouTube, look it up, look up some of his Bill Dundee Memphis wrestling, because it's classic, it's good shit. But yeah, definitely had a good time meeting Bill Dundee, and like I said, if I ever had opportunity, I'd go meet him again. The only weird thing that happened last night was it was kind of weird. We were in the front row, and I went with my wife and my daughter and my mother, and he started hitting on my mom, and that was kind of weird. But other than that, you know, Bill Dundee, cool dude. Like I said, if he's ever in the area, go check him out, man. Bill Dundee, This is Josh here from Inside Wrestling Truth. Like I always say, get your money and pay your bills. Peace.